Again, this is John Long with Clean Bread and Cheese Creek. Today is Sunday, January 29th, 2012, and we're showing you a video of Bread and Cheese Creek in the Merritt section. This section of the stream, and yes, that is a couch, and there is a office chair, is between AMF Fairlanes and Merritt Shopping Center. As you can see, as I was showing you up top, all the trash that has washed down from the shopping center, because the parking lots are actually designed to act as a sluice and funnel all the water and any trash or debris, carrying them with them into the creek. Our cleanup will be on April 14th from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and it'll be in conjunction with the Alliance for the Chesapeake Bay's Project Clean Stream. And when we do these cleanups, we not only do we remove all the trash and debris, we also get rid of any jam-ups like this one here to help the stream flow a little bit better. And also, we clean the banks as well as the stream, because anything left on the banks will eventually flow into the stream. Now, you'll notice, as I've told you before, high up on the bank on the left-hand side, which is where AMF Fairlanes is, there is very little trash. The only thing that's on this side is what has washed up from high water marks. On the right, where we're at right now, you can see where the fence is. The trash is very small. What's blown in there and what's gotten there from the high water marks. However, once we get up to where the fence ends, you'll see a marked difference. A motorcycle helmet visor. That's interesting. One of the most wonderful things about our organization is our volunteers, and I don't think I can ever say that enough. We could not do any of this without our volunteers and our supporters. I mean, I can't thank Baltimore County Deps enough for giving us the dumpsters through State Highway Administration. I can't thank them enough for supplying us with the Argos crews to help get out large debris. And it's, once again, we couldn't do this without them. Cambridge Iron and Steel always gives us a metal dumpster, which all the metal is then recycled, and we use that to help pay for future cleanups. There's a nice piece of carpet there. And Got to Go always gives us portable potties, so everyone's sanitation and comfort. And of course, Entenmann's Bakery has always helped us out with pastries and snacks for the people who volunteers. And of course, our longest supporter has always been Gold's Gym, who's always been there with both volunteers, bottled water. They've always been one of our longest and most stalwart supporters. So once again, I can't thank those individuals enough, because without any of them. I would also like to give a shout out to our web mistress, Miss Christy Callender, Mrs. Christy Callender, who owns Christy's Creation. So everyone who's had a chance to visit the website, I mean, it's incredible, and she does it all for free as a volunteer. And if you're looking for a website or graphics, man, I'd highly recommend her, because she's on the ball. So as we continue with Bread and Cheese Creek in the Merritt Boulevard section, like I said, you notice the debris is now starting to get quite a bit bigger because the fence is gone. It's just, I apologize for the way the lighting angle is. It's hard to see some of the debris. I hope you're catching some of it. I might have to do this video again just to be sure that you guys can actually see how bad it actually is up there. But there's been a disturbing new phenomenon in this area that we haven't seen before, and that's we're starting to see discarded paint cans. There's a front end of a bicycle there. We've never seen that in this area before, and we know that there is, of course, Sherwin-Williams up there, and they can't be blamed for it, but definitely be talking to them so they could somehow talk to their contractors. Because, see, there's one right there. Doron Paints. And continue on. I need a pair of shorts. This creek is It's part of a rifle. Isn't that special? This is a historic creek too. I mean, it's not just, I mean, you'd want to clean it up anyway just because it's a major tributary that contributes trash to the Chesapeake Bay and Back River. And that alone should give you enough to want to clean it up. Another paint can. But during the War of 1812, this stream, several of our American citizens and volunteers gave their lives defending us against the British in what is known as the Second War of Independence. To me, that makes this place hallowed ground, and it should be treated as such. If you dumpster trash on the fields of other monuments or battlefields, it should be treated the same way here. Without those people's sacrifice, the sacrifice of any of our veterans or volunteers for the armed service, we wouldn't have the freedoms we have today. Back to Bread and Cheese Creek, we will be featured on the War of 1812 Bicentennial Trail, and we are probably going to be getting two monuments. One will be for the Methodist Meeting House, which is where the British used as headquarters, as well as was used as a field hospital for both sides, and also a monument on the other side where the American troops rallied against the British attacks. Once again, you can see the other side of that sluice from the parking lot and the trash that has come down with it. This is a beautiful little stream. You guys have all seen, there's another paint can, how it looks like when it's cleaned up. Now, things like this bicycle and that couch back there, I mean, you know somebody who is completely, has no environmental conscience whatsoever, has thrown that in there. That didn't accidentally get in there. However, everything else has most likely come in from blowing in, washing in, overstuffed trash cans, and we have to combat that. No matter what you say or do, it has to be taken care of. People might not agree with it. I should say people might not agree with the priorities, but I mean, you could just see the amount of trash that this is just, if you think about what's stuck in these weeds and on these banks, that's just a fraction of what has washed down, I'm sure, that we haven't caught. And by working together is the only way that we can actually take care of this. And that's how I said, that's why our volunteers are completely invaluable, and I can't say that enough. Now this section as we're coming to now, you're going to notice that the stream is starting to get cleaner as we go along, because we're moving further away from, another paint can, we're moving further away from Merritt Blvd, which is designed to directly drain in the stream, and the shopping centers, which are directly designed to drain in the stream. The muffler. Plus we're also starting to move through the BG&E area, which is owned by them from the power lines overhead. And, oh look, raccoon tracks. Always nice to see. But once we start hitting privately owned area by citizens, since we cleaned this up the first time, they've been doing their utmost to keep it clean. And I salute them for that. I mean, this is all our problem. I mean, everything that goes into the Chesapeake Bay, my family made their livelihood on the bay at one time. They were watermen in southern Maryland, and my great-uncle's boat, his handmade skipjack, is at the museum there. It's the last handmade skipjack that was operating on the Chesapeake Bay. Handmade wind-powered skipjack. It's beautiful, and it can be beautiful. But the biggest thing we have to do is we have to make sure that we work to keep it that way. Trying to secure donations to get a fence put up in that one section. Trying to secure the rights. And that's another thing. We were going to try and clean up the Norris Farm section, but unfortunately, we haven't been able to get the approval to come into that section right now. which is what we need to do because it's a locked section and has restricted access. We do plan on cleaning it in the future, but I don't want to skip cleanup here at Bread and Cheese Creek just because we haven't got access. I'd rather clean one of the sections that we've already done that needs help again. Beautiful bird up there. It's a herring. Heron. Sorry. Anyway, as we continue on with this, every time we do a cleanup, there's less than was there previously. The citizens do care. The citizens, I do not believe, are the ones who are making the trash and debris. I honestly believe that it is, a lot of it is people who don't live in the area. They are irresponsible contractors who are looking for easy, cheap, which, once again, I don't understand for the simple reason that Bread and Cheese Creek is, Baltimore County has free dumping. Why would you want to destroy a beautiful stream when you could dispose of it legally and safely for the health of the environment? Why would you want to do that? I'm having a little trouble getting over some of this debris, as you can see. We've had trees fall down in recent times thanks to the erosion. And the erosion is caused because Dundalk has very antiquated stormwater management laws. All of the local streams, both on Merritt Boulevard, as you saw, and the shopping centers, are all designed to drain directly into Bread and Cheese Creek without any type of filtration system or barrier, carrying with it any trash, debris, or pollution that otherwise should have been filtered out and removed. The new tire. Now, as I said, as we get around the corner here and we start getting to private residence areas, you notice it's much cleaner. So, if our volunteers show up, and you can see how horrible the bank was on the other side, and if we finish that before our 2 o'clock cutoff period, we can continue further down on the other side of Plainfield Road Bridge. We're not going to waste any time. We've got the resources. If we've got the help from the county for providing us with a dumpster and everything else, we're going to continue to work. Just because we have a goal set, if we exceed that goal, there's nothing wrong with it. Now, you can see in this area that it's mostly washed down trash. It's almost all washed down trash. Lots and lots of plastic bags and plastic bottles, which I'd love to see eliminated. A lot of us would love to see them eliminated. Trash Free Maryland has been working at that cause now for several years. What it comes down to is, when I was a child, many other people my age who live from this area remember Bread and Cheese Creek was pristine, absolutely beautiful. You've seen the photos of what it looks like after we clean it. It can be again, and there's no reason why it shouldn't be. We've seen other amazing transformations in different stream sections. We can do it too. If we don't, even if you have no concern about Bread and Cheese Creek, it will end up in Back River, and it will end up in the Chesapeake Bay. If you care about those two areas, there's your answer. Every time somebody complains about the price of crabs going up and the price of seafood going up, it's because of pollution like this. As stupid as it seems, a simple trash bag flows into the Chesapeake Bay. It settles on the bottom of the bay. It kills bay grasses or strangles other animals. The crabs don't have a place to spawn, or the tiny crabs don't have a place to hide, so they're eaten up by larger fish, so the crab population goes down. That's just one small example. I'd like to thank everybody, every volunteer, every supporter we've ever had for what we've done so far. We have to keep it going. I've always said together we can make a difference. And I know that to be true because I can see it. I've seen it all along. We couldn't do anything without you. Nothing. This is John Long from Bleeding Bread and Cheese Creek, surveying the Merritt Boulevard section of this historic stream. Today is Sunday, January 29th. Our next cleanup will be April 14th from 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. You can meet at Plainfield Road Bridge. I hope to see you there. And thank you again for all the hard work you've done so far. Have a wonderful day.